I still can't believe I'm here. Jana, I passed my exams. Today I'm in cell.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long and how I'm coming out. I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
This city is heavy. We've had some times where we've laughed, but the reason why I say it's heavy is because I'm beginning to understand we have a hidden epidemic. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There is this hidden thing that is happening in society, in families, that is embarrassing, that nobody's talking about. We all know it's happening. And the reason why I say this, when you talked about the Kiambu rehab, you talked about seeing all sorts of people in it. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
When you talked about the state that you're in, Langata, and all that's happening. Sorry, let me just zoom out this thing. Okay. And the reason why I say that this thing is an epidemic is because when you spoke about the Kiambu era, in the Kiambu era, you spoke about different classes of people. I hate using that word, but it's necessary for context. When you talked about the Langata scenario, you spoke about it, I mean, to the point where somebody selling counterfeits of counterfeits has a market.
Mm-hmm.
You get? When you're giving your story, as much as it is such an amazing story of redemption, of overcoming, you still have a fear about how society will see you. Isn't that insane?
Yeah, and the way society is set up, it's almost... Guys will not want to see the me today. Some people, that is, not everyone. There are people who would want to stigmatize because of tribulations I went through in the past. So the overcoming sometimes becomes secondary to the, hey, you get combo, you're Levy. You know, why are we even dealing with you in the first place? Which is such a warped way of thinking. It's more, I think redemption is the bigger story, irrespective of all those trials and tribulations. And I just want to emphasize how much thanks I have for my parents. Because I keep saying God is unique in how he goes about being God. Because me personally, I had not sought him, but he was working through them, and the grace to still have me taken to a place in Kiambu, because they don't have to. You're an adult. They don't have to. No one is obliged to care past a certain phase, yes. Especially having tried before, and then I've chomed all these times, right? Kudos to my brother.
I was actually going to bring up your bro.
Kudos to my brother for taking time to understand the actual disease, for taking time. Yeah, that is also a special thing, you know, because we shifted from you guy just a bum, irresponsible guy, to he took time, researched, came back on some, okay, you're battling, but we need to battle. Yeah, fight. You need to fight. Yeah, you know this thing is happening. So, what are the plans? It stopped being a judgmental thing, and how can we help? And today, my brother is one of the closest people in my life. Yeah.
You know, when you spoke about your brother, when you came out of rehab, your brother gave you a chance. He put you, he trusted you with his most prized possession,
which is his daughter. He allowed me to pick and drop her to school. And the messaging there was so much bigger than just picking and dropping. One, he's trusting me, meaning he's trusting me. That's a big one. Two, he's sending a message to my folks who don't trust me yet, that you have to trust him with something small. Let's see. Give him a chance. Let's see. So that when I'm eventually asking for the big thing, which is to return back to school, I have built that trust.
Wow.
And that only could have come through my bro giving me that opportunity. Because it's not like my parents are not seeing that their granddaughter has been entrusted with this guy. But my bro has more powers over his daughter. So if he's trusted, it's working out. So eventually, like I said earlier, it allowed me to go back to school. I shine in my exams. The day
When you go back to school, is the relationship with your parents restored?
No, far from. My mzee is like me, so he won't keep. It's not that he doesn't know you guys you've messed up all this time. We won't have zero words with each other, especially when you're making an effort. He'll be pleasant. My mom took a different stance, and as an older, more mature person, it's a role also she has to play. You can't all be buddy with this guy who's broken our trust so many times, lest he takes advantage of that. So one has to be the
good cop.
Bad cop. Yeah. So now I understand it. Before I used to feel a bit resentful, like, come on, give me a chance, man. Why are you taking so long to come around? The longer I stay and the more I come to an understanding of what was going on, the mature I get, the more wisdom God gives me. I understand it on such a deeper level. Parents are God for you here on earth. Yeah. In fact, I always say, if you want to understand God, try and understand the relationship between a father and a son, for example. That level of stewardship and guardianship, and the father seeing the bigger picture when the son can't, is just a small-scale version of God and us. It's a reflection. So I passed my exams, I excel. I'm posting in WhatsApp group my results slip. I'm sending my friends. Some of my friends, of course, who know my story, everyone's happy. Like, you guys, not only have you passed, you guys have passed in a crazy way. Yeah. So me now, all of that, somehow I convinced myself, you guys, after all this, you started when 2009, you guys 2015, you guys, you deserve a drink, man. So I drink. So I drink. And I relapse in dramatic fashion. So I drink, obviously. At some point, something tells me to leave the house. And I was already drunk enough. I think I had my bro's car. I leave the house usiku. I see cops on one side of the road. And I remember thinking, don't come back this way. But I forget because I'm boozed. So I go booze more, come back, alcohol blow. I get caught. I'm supposed to pay a 30K fine. No one wants to hear this story. No one is trying to hear even I'm chucking a G for this guy. So I go to court. Time is just passing. This is now from the time I'm taken to Kibera to the time I'm taken to Milimani.
Hold on, you are arrested and put in cell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alcohol blew, drunk. I blew way past the limit. And typically what happens, you get a fine of 30K or 6 months. So most people pay, obviously, 30K. But now me, I don't have anyone who's willing to chuck for me 30K. Like, you guys have you chomad after all this.
This is the day you chomad on the day that you.
The same day I passed my last exam and I had my results slip.
The same day?
It's the day I relapsed, and it's the same night I was arrested.
Yeah.
So I remember even in court being scared to even try ask for money. Because my person at the time is trying everything. He's trying to call my friends. All that did for me is by the time I came out of remand, I had chums on MPESA. So I ended up getting sent to industrial area.
For 6 months?
No, I didn't do 6 months. I did 2 weeks. But 2 weeks felt like 3 years. Because I didn't know when I was coming out. And, bro, Inda is not cell.
Yeah.
Inda is Inda.
Yeah.
The other day I saw a guy called Drendende on some platform from Africa, and he was talking about his time in industrial area, and I could relate. Bro, let me tell you, when I tell you jails, institutions, and death, now I've reached jail. It was so crazy. Now jail is my real rock bottom. That's the real rock bottom. Langata was bad. Jail is different. Jail is like a place that's not on earth. It's like you've been taken somewhere that doesn't exist. You're forgotten. The level of squalor, the level of squalor is like nothingness. You don't have anything. Hamna, and you are at the mercy of Gava, and what Gava is willing to give you by way of food and freedom. So we're in a cell that's supposed to sit, let's say, maybe 30 guys. Now you're like 70 guys. So I remember I entered there. Of course, first you have to go on the Moody hopper. So by the time I'm on the Moody, you know Moody hopper?
No.
the bus.
Yes.
It's called Mudi Hopper because Mudi Hopper is one who came and effected some changes in the prison system when he was, I think, vice president.
Yeah.
So apparently he brought a lot of change to that whole system. So the Mudi Hopper is called, it was named after him. The bus that cuts traffic.
Yes.
You imagine what I'm thinking when I'm on that bus. Like, I know this is it. Yeah, I'm going to, like, this is a different dimension I've entered. I don't know what help I have. No one has come to okolea me. So guys, I've had it. I'm going to jail. So I go. You guys, I'm trying everything on board that, on the bus. I'm trying to talk to the warden, trying to call who. I think I managed to shoot a text to my eldest bro. So if you are there, you guys, in there is a different story. First of all, you check the bus from behind. It has a door behind, not behind on the side, behind. Like the rear is where you check. And then there's a line you cross where now you're property of the state. Literally a line that they've drawn. And now from there you squat. And you just start moving with the line and squatting. Guys are being, there are some plastic pipes. Guys are being whooped for small, just not squatting well, just nonsense, yeah?
Put you in line.
Yeah, and they're cracking jokes. So they keep saying, "Twana hivi tukule smoky na chai." Knowing very well, they're just teasing us. These are the wardens. They know you guys have nothing. There's no smoky. Just, we know you're hungry. Metoka milimani, hamna. Us guys are almost like you. We have uniforms, so we're also depressed. So we'll just make you feel even worse about being here. So me, God protected me from the moment. Anyone who saw me knew, say, what is he doing here? Like, even the wardens, how they were talking to me, there was a different, like they didn't understand. It was the math wasn't mathing. Pigwa Tero is to be searched. Then now we're divided. Guys are going to do L9s, do L7s, do what. So me, I was supposed to go to a place called L9. And L9, apparently, later I found out was rough. But last me, the order was like, said you were L7. So L7 is a bit more soft. Mainly obtainers. Obtainers are guys obtaining under false pretenses. Conmen. And a few druggies, a few drug dealers. So I entered there. Again, remember, this is a room for like 30 guys, you're 70. So think of a rectangular cement room with guys spread out in a rectangular fashion, and then the middle also. So guys on the floor. So seated round, and then the middle. So the far corner. So when I entered first, so I enter, guys are like, wait. So I'm like, hey, what have I done? So it's okay, wait. Kumbe, check your shoes, uko mbele. So they try to keep it as clean as possible because of diseases. Like within that environment, they try as much. The floor was clean enough to when you step, it's cement. You know, they usually would get like a layer of on your foot. It's clean like that. Because they don't, if a flu starts in there, everyone's getting. So they really try to keep it clean within that standard. So I'm taken to the Kinara. The Kinara is the big guy of the cell. I still can't believe I'm here. Jana, I passed my exams. Today I'm in cell. Yeah, and I don't know how long and how I'm coming out. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. So the Kinara, some ex-Kenya Defense Forces guy who somehow, I don't know what he did, he found himself there. Comes aje, aya, hapa umefika saa, aya, unataka kulala wapi? Kuna State House. Now State House is the far corner. You're seeing the drug dealer, some Nigerian guys have like a thin mattress. A guy has like a bucket of water. Then the guy is next. It's kind of, there was this guy for KRA that scams to you how many million. He was like the fall guy, also in State House. So may I ask for a phone? I tell the guy, hey. So he starts telling me the prices. So it's 5K for State House, a one-off payment. Once you pay, imeisha. Then there was second tier. I think it was 2K or 3K. And then there's now Raya. Raya, the worst is the middle because, bro, it's packed. And at night, you have to sleep on one side because there's not enough space. And it's dirty, bana. Those guys are not the cleanest because they're like chokora, sorry to say, destitute guys who found themselves in cell. So, so I managed to text my bro. I actually managed to call him. He sends MPESA, so I get second tier next to State House. So at some point, I remember you sit down. Now I'm just looking around at what's going on. Nini. Guys are curious, so some guys will come to you, umeletewa nini. pombe. Ulikuwa nakula mali yako wewe. You guys can't believe you brought here for using your own money, bro. Very fala nini. So I don't know who to trust. I don't know. And I just remember thinking, you guys here now, whatever survival instincts you thought you had, here's where they come through. Yeah. So just now I just sit, I start observing what's going on. So every 15 minutes the Muslims stand up to pray. Every 15 minutes. This is because of desperation, boredom, a false sense that somehow they'll break free. And then who are the Christians to be left behind? Once the Muslims are finished, the Christians will now stand somewhere and congregate and start doing some fake praise and worship. And there's a guy healing guys. There's a guy praying that these walls will come down and we'll all be free. And me, I'm sitting there in the corner like, damn. Yeah, I don't know when I'm checking. By the first night, I was so tired. So tired. Remember you're on the floor and you have some flimsy blanket. I remember I lay on my back. I just said a prayer. Because you have to lay on your back, man. You don't know Wagwan here. So I knew I was that tired I'm gonna sleep chaukweli. Like it's not somewhere where I can be vigilant. Today I've not slept. I've been in cell, caught this whole process. I'm tired. The hangover was now wearing off. So I slept. Nothing happened. The lights don't go off, thank God. The lights stay on, but they're all through. You're woken up like at 5 for breakfast.
Are you hearing guys screaming? In
other cells. So what was distracting was why I didn't understand why our brothers of the Islam faith couldn't liaise their prayers cell to cell. So these guys are praying here, other guys are praying the other guys. It's like a concert. So day 2 I wake up, I realize, hey, I'm in cell, I'm in remand banner. So anyway, you'll be surprised how quickly your human brain adapts. You adapt to that lame food. In the morning, waking up.
So do people steal your food, or do you walk out?
There's some level of civility. Like there's no, you quickly. So here's for me the most saddening. There are 2 very saddening things. I saw sexual repression where guys are so sexually oppressed. They're playing. I talked about this on my former podcast. They're playing games of skumana, but you can tell these guys are nyege. If you look carefully what's going on, it's a repressed sexual energy that they're
trying to in fights.
You can see it. It's almost palpable. Guys, 70 guys, yeah. Some guys have been here longer than others. The day I ended up taking a shower, I remember some guy following me just to look. And of course I didn't get at bare. But I remember, now when I think back, why was that guy just looking at me?
And were you scared when you're taking the shower? Don't drop the soap!
Let me tell you, by day 2, that's what I'm saying, you'd be surprised how quickly your brain adapts. I also saw a guy there he looked a bit babby. He had conned guys to do something about computers, and he found himself there. And I remember we had like a moment of, from far, like, I see you, guy. I see you. Anyway, so by day 2, day 3, so you get used to it. You guys are locked back in after breakfast. You come back, and then lunch is like at 11:30, something ridiculous. And then you're fungwad now the whole day till morning again. So it's just boredom. Guys are praying, praise and worship, stories, praying. And then now there was a day where the guys who go in front to try and help guys tattoo their cases. Guys who don't have lawyers, they're being told the best approach to take. End of semi. So you go there in front, you say your problem, and how you can be helped. Now the guys who want the help, So just listening to guys' cases. There was a couple of defilers, some Mzee, who you not even have imagined he was a defiler, same cell. Some guy, so here's the crazy one. So by day 4, word was going around that I'm a bad omen. Because I was not joining in the praise and worship. Not because I'm an atheist, I don't want to be part of that. So kumbe, all Christians are praying, all Muslims are praying. Me, I'm the only one who's not praying. So word was going around that I'm the one who's making guys stay in cell.
What?
You guy, and I had that. Mungu Baba. You guy, hey, that scared the life out of me. And together thinking they're
in cell because of you.
They're staying longer in cell because ati I'm a bad omen, ati mi siombi.
How do you know? How did this word come to you?
Some fake pastor guy came and told me, boss. And interestingly, he actually said some profound stuff. He said, in the midst of all that madness, he said, ukiona kasi za jela zimeanza kufika, anza kuomba. Yeah.
If you see the curses of the jail have reached you, start praying.
Yeah, if you see yourself getting into jail, these are curses. Like, this is not... If you think about spiritual matters, no one belongs there. That place is, I'm telling you, it's hell on earth. The level of hopelessness, helplessness. So anyway, days go by.
So he told you what? So guys are coming. Guys think you're the one who are...
Yeah, that I'm keeping guys. So of course, the next praise and worship, I was there just clapping and playing my part. So me, what was getting was I didn't know anything in terms of I don't know when I'm checking. I don't know. I tried to reach my bro, no one's corresponding per se.
But you have your phone.
I didn't have a phone, but the Kinara had a phone.
The kingpin.
Yeah, so if you wanted something, you could ask him to text or call, and then whatever comes, he'll conjure himself something.
Okay.
Yeah, like he'll tip himself. But now guys are not corresponding. See, they know the MO.
Give him 2 weeks in there.
You guys, days are passing.
Did you think about the relapse? Did you now start regretting?
I couldn't believe. I was like, you guys, for how long will this thing just keep embarrassing you, Bana? Like, how many times, you guys, you've been to rehab, mara this, mara that? And I was reaching a point of, I feel defeated. Like, jail is so dehumanizing, man. Being counted. You're counted like, roll call is like 15 times a day. The guy comes, he congas the cell, everyone squats except the Kinara. You squat, hold each other, he does a head count, goes. Do you know how being counted feels? Like, so, anyway, after a long 2 weeks, which felt like 3 years, it literally felt like, to be honest, realistically, it felt like 2 months. Just one day, Mutiso, Samama, taken outside, all the way outside. Then at some point, some paperwork, I'm seeing my bro. I'm like, But now I checked with resentments, man. I checked there, mad at life, yani. Like, how is it I've gotten one of my highest highs and my lowest low on almost the same day?
So you were angry at your
Mainly
family?
At
yourself?
At life, yani.
Oh, okay.
Just angry at life.
What does your bro tell you?
At that point, that person I'm talking about left me with immediate effect. Like, jail, bro. Jail. She left me with immediate effect. I remember I didn't even try jitetea.
Yeah.
Jail, like 2 weeks. I'm here thinking you guys in jail. What's up? Yeah, so that ended like that.
And your bro?
So of course, guys are disappointed, embarrassed, wondering now what? Now what? Like, you passed. I have an uncle who had empathy, because I think he kind of like, give this guy some slack, Maze. He passed this thing after all these struggles, man. Like, I understand why he would drink. There was a bit of empathy. Yeah, so came out. I think I drank a bit more.
And you're living in Ruaka?
Yeah, I think I drank a bit more to tell myself, Pole, warped way of thinking. I can't remember how long that lasted. But now the subsequent stints became many and close between. Now those rehab stints became many because so when you finish your commercial pilot license, you have to get something called a multi. Multi is like a 2-month course. It's flying without reference to outside and multi-engine aircraft, more than one engine. Very quick thing. You're supposed to do it very fast. So, because I'd already relapsed. When you relapse, by there's an addict. Part of what keeps you in a relapse is like, I've already relapsed. I've already let everyone down. How do I redeem myself?
Drink more.
It's such a self-defeating. For you to just overcome a relapse. There's some guys who like to say, kuteleza si kuanguka. I've never seen it with an addict before. You guys had a sleep. I drank once and then it doesn't happen. It's always a teleza, umeanguka, you've rolled, you've dug, you've swum, you've jumped inside, you've...
So you leave prison, remand.
Industrial area.
Then you come, you go to Ruaka.
Yeah.
And then now you keep this drinking.
Yeah, if I remember right, because I've also lost my person at the time. So now, look at me, man. Life is so sad. So I drink, end up being taken back to another facility.
Third time in rehab?
Oh, no. This time I'm taken to a halfway house. Now, this is where a crazy part of my recovery journey starts.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not going to name them because they have helped some people, but it's that defeatist place I was talking about where they really cannibalize addiction for their own good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's stop here. So relapse, back to rehab.
Yeah.
Third time.
Halfway house first.
Halfway house there.
Yeah.
But it's a rehab of sort.
I end up going to rehab, the same rehab owned by that halfway house, but after a halfway house stint.
Okay. It's a lot. Let's take a break. We'll be back just now.